Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. If you're a new time viewer of the channel, please don't forget to subscribe and push that bell notification so you'll be notified firsthand when I upload a new video. This time I'm going to show you my top 10 favorites for the summer of 2019. Hope it's somewhat refreshing for you guys to take out some new ideas on fragrances to sample, or maybe you find some similar experiences in my taste of fragrances. Without further ado, I'm going to start out with an honorable mention because I feel like this fragrance is going to be more of a year-round, suits every kind of situation type of fragrance, and it's not even that big of a fragrance. It's more like one specific fragrance molecule, and a lot of people actually use this one to layer with other fragrances to amplify the projection and performance. And by now, of course, a lot of you already know which one I'm going to mention. This is Escentric Molecules Molecule 01. So yeah, not much to say about this one. This will give you like a soft, woody kind of a cedary vibe, which will be very much present throughout the day, and everyone around you will notice it, but it's not going to be off-putting or overbearing. And yeah, I use it a lot to layer as well, but from time to time I use it on itself when I'm not feeling too well and I just want something that will be present but not overly triggering my nose and such. So this one, as an honorable mention in this list, Molecule 01 by Escentric Molecules. Starting out with number 10, and this one is by Amouage, none other than Sunshine Woman. Don't shy away from it because it has woman as a classification, because this one I feel is mostly unisex, although it has those florals in there like the white tobacco and it has some sort of like a osmanthus quality to it, blackcurrant as well, which is a fruity note. This fragrance as a whole makes me think about like a high quality sunbathing product, and therefore is very well suited for a beachy tropical setting, holidays, and makes me very relaxed and very enjoyable to smell on yourself as well as your significant other. This could be a great scent to share with your wife or a girlfriend or whoever that you share your life with. And the funny thing is the combination of the notes that I just mentioned makes it smell almost like a sweet, overly ripe melon. But like I said, it has a distinct floral quality, and then there's a fruity side like the blackcurrant, and in the base you have a lot of vanilla as well. That's one that I forgot to mention. An awesome fragrance that will last throughout the day. Projection is on the mild side after a couple of hours, but that's just great for these type of notes. It's great in the summer because you don't want it to be overpowering, and it just works really well in the summer months for me personally. Sunshine Woman, check it out if you haven't. Going over to number 9 is by the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This one is Aqua Vitae Forte. Beautiful bottle. This one has the notes of orange blossom, bergamote, mandarin orange. There's a lot of things going on in the dry down as well, but it's a very it's again a sweet fragrance, not necessarily fruity like Sunshine Woman. This one has also a unisex quality and leaning a little bit more feminine than Sunshine Woman, dare I say. But with fragrances, always test them out for yourself, because there's the skin chemistry thing, so it will smell different on your skin than on mine. Ylang Ylang, I forgot to mention that one as well, but mostly like orange blossom, Ylang Ylang, the bergamote. It's a fresh fragrance, but it has a lot of complexity to it if you actually go through the dry down, and lasting power and projection is great as well. So want to check out for sure if you want a more you know, interesting fragrance rather than like a straightforward bergamot or, you know, a citrusy type of fragrance. This is one that will get you triggered more and will give you more in the dry down than those type of fragrances. So check it out. MFK's Aqua Vitae Forte 1098. So this one is by Creed, and it's before Aventus was released. This one was actually their biggest selling fragrance, so a lot of you already know which one I'm going to mention. This is Green Irish Tweed, the fresh cut lemon verbena, like the grass at dawn in the countryside on a spring morning. This is what this fragrance smells like, but it works well in the summer as well, because it's all in all a very refreshing scent, and probably one of the most classy and upscale fragrances that I have in my collection. It has the ambergris dry down, which makes it very, you know, alluring and draws people in, and performance and longevity is amazing on this one. So that's number 8 for you guys, 1098. Number 7 is going to be by Fragonard, which is a house, fragrance house in the south of France, and they make all their fragrances by hand with mostly natural essential oils. And this one is called Confidentiel, which is translated to confidence, like a fragrance that will boost or amplify your confidence. And although this is not the most groundbreaking scent that you will smell, it definitely smells great in a sense that it has a lot of mass-pleasing components, like a peppery opening with pink pepper, black pepper, and it has like a grapefruit thing as well, which is great in the summer. But then as it starts to dry down, you have like a smokiness to it, like an incense, and obviously also cedar wood and stuff like that. So I had a woody dry down. A great scent, performs well. It's not a beast, but it performs well, and it's dirt cheap like this one if you can get it maybe like on Amazon. I don't know for you guys in America and the rest of the world, but in Europe you can get it quite cheap. And this is a 200 ml bottle. You can just spray yourself all over and you'll be good to go. This is a great smell for the summer. Confidentiel by Fragonard, and it's an eau de toilette, by the way, so check out for the label and such, so you don't get a fake. Yeah, great one. 10987. Number 6 is going to be by the house of Lola Bull. This one is Bergamote 22. This is very straightforward in a sense that it has the citrus in the opening. It will last throughout the dry down, but in the dry down it gets the company of vanilla and a woody backbone. Not overbearing, like it's mixed in there to give it some more layers as it dries down, but it's always going to be a citrusy, a fresh fragrance. Great for the high heat when you don't want to get something that will be sickening or overly sweet or something like that. A lot of people will enjoy to smell this one on you. The vanilla and the woodiness in the dry down makes it even a little bit alluring, a little bit sexy. But yeah, I would say this is one of the most straightforward, uncomplex fragrances for summer to check out. I have Neo by Sergio as well, but you know, as time goes on, and I've been wearing these two fragrances for the past years. Well, this one I have since December of last year, but I had Neo for a couple of years, and I feel like I enjoyed this one out of the two the most because of that vanilla and the woodiness in the dry down. So yeah, out of the two, I'd say I prefer this one. I've done a comparison video on the two on the channel as well, so if you're interested, I'll put a link in the corner for you to check out. So number 6 in this list, Bergamote 22. Number 5 is going to be by the house of Hermes, none other than Terre Hermes itself. Guys, what can I say about this fragrance? It's probably, top 5 fragrances, top 5 favorite fragrances in the designer world out of all time. This is orange peel, like vetiver galore. It has to me it smells quite refreshing, although, you know, it's one of the fragrances you can't overly apply as well because it's so potent. It has a lot of ISOE super, so it will push off your skin for a long time, and you know, people will smell it across the room, so be careful in the amount of sprays that you apply. But like I said, a lot of orange peel. Some people say rotten orange peel. I've never smelled anything rotten in here. It smells very fresh to me. It has a lot of, you know, it has a dynamic vibe to it. When you spray this one in the morning, you feel energized, you feel ready to go. And yeah, I hope to, you know, be able to enjoy this one for a long time to come, by Hermès, Terre d'Hermès, guys. Number 4 is going to be by the house of Roja Dove, and this is Elysium. This is the parfum cologne. You get 100 ml for, I don't know, it was around 300 euros, 200, 300, something like that. Quite expensive fragrance, but performance is great. It lasts a long time. Smells extremely natural. These guys at Roja Dove, you know, the master perfumer, Roja himself, he knows what he's doing with fragrances. And this one is the best grapefruit fragrance that I have in my collection, to be honest. It has, again, vetiver and stuff like that, and there's actually a lot of notes in this one, but it focuses once again on the grapefruit and, like, you know, all sorts of spices, pink pepper and so on. A truly refreshing fragrance once again. It lasts a decent amount of time, like definitely around 8 hours. It's not the best. So going over to number 3 in this list is once again by the house of Creed. This one is, of course, Aventus. So you all know that I really enjoy this fragrance. I wear it year round, and I probably use it most in the summer for some reason. I don't know. It has that smokiness, which you'd think it's more of like a moderate to cold weather kind of fragrance. But as we live in a country where temperatures don't usually go above 30-35 degrees Celsius in the summer, it's good. It works for me. This is a great summer choice. I can imagine for you guys over in Bangladesh or something like that, where you get 40-50 degrees Celsius, this will be a little bit too strong, especially in the dry down. But if you have moderate temperatures, this is great even in the summer. So going over to number 2 in this list is a fragrance by Profumo Aroma, and this one is called Acqua di Sale. And for those of you who know Profumo Aroma, it's no surprise this is a performance beast. 2 sprays and you'll be good to go for the entire day, if not more. These fragrances are extremely high concentrated, with a concentration like of more than 20, sometimes even 30%. Acqua di Sale has been around for a long time. Actually, it was created in 1996. And it smells mostly like of a salty marine fragrance, and it doesn't have any sort of citrus in here. It smells like seaweed, it has definitely that beachy vibe, but more like yeah, it's like seaweed, salt. It's a little bit oceanic. Well, it's actually a lot oceanic. There's definitely that beach seaside of setting when you wear this one, and so it's great for the holidays. It's great for days at the beach, but it's a refreshing fragrance that lasts, which is a great thing to have in the summer when your skin, you know, heats up. Fragrances tend to evaporate quite quickly, and this is not going to happen with Acqua di Sale. This is a love or hate fragrance for a lot of people, so don't blind buy it. I mean, never blind buy a fragrance based on a YouTuber's opinion, but I really enjoy this one, and I had to get used to it. I mean, the first time I smelled it, I was like, whoa, this is interesting, but I'm not sure if I like it. And my wife actually loved it, so she got it. So it took me quite a few wearings to really understand this fragrance. But again, if you like it, if you like the seaweed, salty, marine kind of a vibe, you will enjoy this one. Acqua di Sale, guys, from Profumum Aroma. And then we've come to the last fragrance in this list, and this one is by Humiecki and Graef. And I don't know if I'm able to show you how it is spelled, but I'll put it in the description box. I don't know if you can see that. Humiecki and Graef. And the fragrance is called Radieuse. So a beautiful green tint to it, which makes you refreshed already. And this is actually a very special fragrance in the sense that it has notes that I haven't smelled so often in anything else, like mint. Obviously, some fragrances do have mint, but mint with bamboo, citrus as well, and all combined, it smells extremely fresh, even slightly metallic, which is something you have to like. I personally adore it. The way it's composed in this creation is great. It smells extremely natural. It's quite long lasting, and which is most special out of everything. And no, I'm not experiencing skin burn. It's just a weird side effect of this fragrance, because it happens with anyone who wears it, is that when you spray this one on your skin, after a couple of minutes, it gets like, it gives you a cooling effect. So it's like, it's refreshing in a sense that it actually makes you feel like a cold, tingling vibe on your skin after a couple of minutes, which is, it's weird. I haven't had this happen with other fragrances, but yeah, this is my number one for the summer. Radieuse, just one of the, you know, more natural smelling fragrances in my collection, and I really enjoy it for the fact that it has such a refreshing vibe. Probably the most refreshing out of this whole list, but not the most interesting after a couple of hours. And although, you know, I have some fragrances who are more interesting in the dry down, I put this one on number one spot because of the fact that I can't get over the versatility in a summery environment. And for anyone out there, anywhere in the world, this will work in the high heat. So that's why it's my number one. Guys, hope you enjoyed this list. If you have any questions, put them down below. Let me know what you like to wear during this time of year. And as usual, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.